Hey guys, this is the Toad of Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing a deck review of the Camelot Oracle. So I realized that in the last few deck reviews, well, I call it like a review, but for at least the Work Your Light Oracle, I hadn't even like used it yet. So it's more of kind of like a flip through. I haven't used this one either. I'm kind of excited to get to use it. I pre-shuffled out some cards to do a reading. So let's get right into this. First, as you might notice, there are no toads. There's kind of a lot on the table right now, so I'm just going to leave them in the tank. Um, there's Fred. It'll focus. There's too much light. But there's the toad. So it comes in this big box. There is a poster, but I'm not going to take that out. I'm going to put this to the side. It comes with a nice guidebook. I think one of the critiques that I have is that, I don't know, unless like you memorize the book, you're going to kind of rely on it to do a reading, because you need some of the messages in the books. I'll get to that, but otherwise, I haven't read anything in a long time, but I kind of like read a lot of this to figure out how to do the reading, and it has like character descriptions and stuff, and I'm not well versed in Arthurian legend, so I got this because I kind of wanted to learn more about it. So I at least kind of need the book just to like learn. So I got the book. I actually have two of the books, because I think I went on Abe Books or something like that, and I saw the book for $3 and then $3 shipping, and I'm like, oh my god, that's great! A tarot deck, or not tarot deck, oracle deck for $3, because it said that it was like the product type was cards, and then I just got the book and no cards, and it was so cheap that I didn't want to spend shipping just to return it. So I kept it. So I have two of the books, which is kind of good because then I can kind of like use one more. But yeah, so that's the cover. I have some stuff in here like bookmarked. So let me show you the. That's not the map. Oh god, this is what the map looks like. I think you're supposed to like put the cards like in the places that you're going to. I thought the system was pretty cool because you have like a champion and a challenger, and then you're supposed to use the paths and then the places as like different like questions and stuff. It's a little confusing, and I'm going to try to do a reading after this. It'll be my first one, so you'll kind of see the process. But I guess the first thing I should do is go through the deck. So the first cards I have on top are the place cards. Actually, no, they're the path cards. There's no place cards. At first, I was like, oh my god, am I missing cards? But you're supposed to use the poster, not a card. So these are like just kind of like white and blue, which is kind of plain, but I guess it's supposed to match the map, which is also pretty plain. I didn't say this before, but this is by John Matthews and illustrated by Will Worthington. I've seen their art before on other cards. It's like kind of distinct almost. I like it, but I kind of don't. Just because it's like too like fuzzy almost. I don't know if that's the right like word, but like it's I don't even know. And sometimes the people look a little weird, but I still think it's cool. So here's the people cards now. I'm not even gonna bother trying to say some of their names. I did read some of the descriptions. This guy is supposed to be like the jester, so he's a knight now. I know like nothing about Arthurian legend, so all I know is from what the book says, and reading Sir Gawain and the Green Knight in high school. There's the man, the myth, the legend himself. This is on the cover of the book. I love this one. It's cool. So I like this one too. Not really the art, but apparently it's like the one girl who like went on all the quests with them and stuff, which is pretty cool. says the old man who raised Merlin or something like that. I love the Morgana card. I don't know why, it's like so mysterious, and I like the blue. The description in the book for this one was kind of interesting. He's seems like a pretty horrible person, but I kind of like how they use that in a positive to do a reading with. But I only got so far in the character descriptions. Some of them are a little kind of muddled because they're all like knights and stuff. Guinevere. Okay, these are out of order because I shuffled them so that I didn't have to shuffle them now because I can't do that with one hand. This is a cool card. I like that. I love the white stag. Reminds me of the Chronicles of Narnia. I don't know, I think maybe the word I was looking for before was like kind of washed out, like the colors. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. So, in high school, we called him Sir Gawain, but I've also heard, like, Gawain. Does anyone know which one's the right one? So I don't want to butcher all these people's names. This is also kind of an interesting card. I like that. So those are all the cards. So, the cards that I shuffled out, you're supposed to keep these separate from the people cards. But I got the Doubtful Path, and then for the champion, I have Pellinor, and the challenger is Dagonet. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. I'm not very good at pronunciation, unless it's like German, because German is usually pronounced exactly how it looks. Well, it's hard to explain, but you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. So there's that. I have everything in the book bookmarked. So the path takes you to a certain place on the map, which I'm not going to use, but it has like the meaning in the book. So the little thing down here tells you what place it goes to. I have no idea by just looking at a bowl. But luckily it says it in the book. Then you have your champion, who I think is supposed to like guide you through your journey. And then you have the challenger, who kind of like asks you questions depending what path you're going on. So I'm gonna flip to the back. So here it has everything you're supposed to do. So separate the deck into archetype and path cards, and then pick one of the path cards. Have a question in mind, draw from one of the path cards. Shows you the direction you're traveling from Camelot, which is like the center. Then you choose an archetype card. Let's see. Yeah. And you have your challenger card. Okay, so I guess the first thing I should do is go to the character cards. So there's like a whole description of the card. I haven't gotten this far to read his description. But his aspect is perseverance. His qualities are honor, strength, purposefulness, honesty, and challenge. So it seems like a good person to have on my team. So then over here you have the like if he's your champion, if he's your challenger, and then meditation. There's a meditation section in the book. I'm obviously not going to do that here. But if you got, this is actually like a pretty cheap deck. I think it was like at least under $15. It is pretty cheap. And I mean, to be honest, the cards feel kind of cheap. Like it feels like paper. I'd honestly say that it's probably worse than the MakePlayingCards.com card stock. But, you know. So since Pelennor is my champion, it says, as your champion, I place my strength, my courage, and my wisdom to your service. I will stand with you in whatever task you undertake. With me at your side, you will never encounter any force greater than your own, never meet with a task too hard to accomplish, never fail to understand the reason for your task, the causes of your trials, or the need to reconsider any action you take. So it kind of makes me feel like, it's like, don't be self-conscious, you can do it. You have the power within you. Oh boy. Someone's being active behind me. Oops. I'm not sure who that is, but they burrow underneath the pot, and it makes noise. I was wondering what it was. So then we have Dagonet as the challenger. So because we're going down the doubtful path, then here's the thing for him. So he is wit, humor, kindness, understanding, and sideways wisdom. So let's see, we're going to the Hermitage. So he asks, what memories, dreams, and symbols give you life? Now I'm gonna go to, see, this is kind of like a little why, like one of my criticisms is that you have to like use the book for everything, because there's a lot of info on it. So if I was giving a reading to someone, I feel like I couldn't do like anything like intuitive because I need all of this information. But maybe there is stuff in it that's just like you would just know, but I don't. Alright, so the doubtful path. That leads to the Hermitage, and the symbol is a worn wooden bowl cracked around the rim, which is the that at the bottom. So it says, this is a difficult road for many of us, because as well as doubtful, it is often hard to find. It may fill you with doubt about your abilities and accomplishments. It is a road of choices, not always easy to see or to make, and yet it brings you to the Hermitage, a place of contemplation and reassessment, where you may stay for a while away from the noise and stresses of your everyday life, where you may seek the inner wisdom and strength that you already possess but may find hard to access. With this, you are prepared to set your feet on the road again. So I feel like having him as the challenger, being like don't be doubtful, like trust in yourself. It's kind of interesting. I didn't ask a question just because this is just kind of general. But I guess the question I would be thinking about at the Hermitage is, what memories and dreams give you life? Dreams and symbols. I don't know if I read that right. So let me find the Hermitage. But like, what inspires you to, oh god. Oh boy, hold on. Oh, that's long, wow. What inspires you to be you? What helps you be you, not be self-conscious in your shell? But I guess being at the Hermitage means that you can also like, you have time to figure it out. And since he's supposed to be like the funny man, then maybe make yourself laugh. But maybe not in a self-deprecating way. So this is the description for the Hermitage. Have not read the descriptions for the places yet, but it says the Hermitage southeast following the doubtful path, aspect, contemplation, qualities, awareness, introspection, recovery, transcendence, discernment, and reflection. So then, along with the description just of the place and regarding to like the story, it has guidance. So this is like you would, I guess, combine these with this. So then there's general, work and creativity, love and relationship. Oh my god, oh boy, love and relationships. There we go, and well-being, and inspiration. And then there's also the meditation. So I will read for general, just since I didn't ask a question. So it says, amid the stresses and strains of life, we seldom seek out or find places to rest and take stock. Yet these moments of reflection are the greatest importance and may mean the difference between a better life and one with less hope. Whenever you can, take time to reassess the situation that troubles you and seek the most revelatory sources of refreshment. So there's that. I don't think I need the book anymore for anything else. But that's why one of the things I don't like about this is just you really need the book. I mean, at some point, I think if you use it enough, obviously, you would probably know like what the characters would mean, and what the paths would generally mean, and the places. But I think like needing the questions of the challengers and stuff, and like you need the message from the characters too. So unless like you just kind of like did it your own way, then you like really, really need the book. And I'm trying to work on like not needing books to read stuff, like only using it to kind of check myself. Would be my biggest critique of the deck. But I'm sure if you are good at this, then you would figure it out. It's kind of complicated because there are multiple cards and everything. But this isn't like the best reading, since it's my first one with it. I'm sorry for that. But so basically, this fella is telling you, believe in yourself, don't have self-doubt. This guy is asking like, what are your dreams and symbols that drive you to be you? And then taking the doubtful path, which kind of goes with like self-doubt, him literally being like, bro, you got this. But you need time to like kind of absorb that message. So you go to the Hermitage, which is your respite. I kind of think of it as like the Hermit card in the tarot. So take the time to just like listen to your people. I don't even see him as like a challenger. He's asking a question, which I guess would be challenging, but it's almost like a helpful question and not like a kind of question. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me show you the map, I guess, real quick, just to see how that would work. So I think what you do is like you'd have the challenger. Where'd we go? We went to the Hermitage. So if this was the map, then this would fit on the map, but you, I think, put him here, and then you're in Camelot, and then you take the doubtful path down to here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the point of the whole map thing is, but maybe I'll use that in a future reading for something, just to like have the visual. But it's kind of big, so I figured I'd just show this one. So yeah, thank you for watching. If this means anything to you, then good. My goal is that even if it doesn't mean something to everyone, hopefully it means something to at least one person. I think since it is just a general kind of thing, that maybe it would just be like, just take your time and gain your confidence for whatever you're doing. You got this. So I'll be doing my Toad of Tarot stuff every day. I try to do these once a week. This is like the last deck, new deck that I have, because I'm broke. So if you want to donate to the Patreon, that is, thank you. But I think this one would be more of like a really like kind of soul searching kind of deck, whereas this one I think is a good one for just just doing like a card pull. You just pull a card. This one is obviously like a lot more. This video is already 20 minutes long. But yeah, I do have stuff coming next week. I ordered another version of my tarot deck, like the one I made, because there were some misprints on the original, and I also wanted to get one for myself that had better card stock. And then I also got, well, I made and then I ordered, along with the tarot cards, a Lenormand deck, like my custom one. So that should be coming next week too. So I'll be doing a flip through of that, and I'll probably be doing like another flip through of my tarot deck, because, you know, shameless self-promotion, you gotta do that. So yeah. That would be next week. I have, I might do that tomorrow. You'll see. Bye.